Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your great support always. I'm so grateful for your continued support to this channel. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. You will not believe what Moses Kuria posted just about 2 days ago. And he is alleging, saying, ahead of the 2007 general elections, several analyses and predictive models were carried out. All of them, both by local and international agencies, pointed to very high likelihood of post-election violence. Sadly, they were downplayed. 2 years before the 2027 general elections, we are back to the same spot. I came across one model recently which I tend to agree with. There are 4 potential presidential candidates whose victory or defeat will lead to violence in equal measures. They win, we fight. They lose, we fight. There are 2 candidates whose victory will lead to peace after the elections. I hope someone somewhere is analyzing all possible scenarios. Ladies and gentlemen, before we continue, as you always do, ensure you like the video. When you like the video, you automatically support the work that I'm doing in this channel. Because sometimes you watch and you forget liking the video. So this is just a reminder. As you watch, please consider liking the video. Thank you so much for that like. What Moses Kuria is saying is a conversation that we are having as we approach 2027. I don't know how genuine is Moses Kuria, but of course his post is significant as we speak about politics of 2027. Remember, we are likely to have several presidential candidates and is likely to have both gender, female and male. But this will depend how these candidates are going to carry their political game across the Republic of Kenya. One candidate that we know, all of us, is William Ruto, who is defending his seat. Number 2, we are likely to have Kalonzo Musyoka as the presidential candidate. Number 3, we are having Fred Okengo Matiang'i. Is likely to be also presidential candidate. We are having David Maraga, who was heckled the other day in Kisii, being also a presidential candidate, and you have seen him declaring. You will see also someone called Okia Omutata. I saw Martha Karua also declaring, but I don't know how sure she is. I saw also Wajakoya declaring this. Now, the conversation is this. If we are going to have 4 candidates strong the way Moses Kuria is saying, and then that if these 4 presidential candidates, they have potential of winning presidency. We are having William Ruto, we are having Kalonzo, we are having Matiang'i, or maybe, if possible, Maraga and Okia Matata combined. When Moses Kuria is telling us that we are likely to have 4 presidential candidates, that if either way they win or lose, we are going to have violence. Who are these candidates? Obvious number 1, William Ruto will not be ready to hand over. Even if he will be forced constitutionally to hand over, he will be ready to create mayhem, chaos, and violence. That is what we know. He will be ready to create chaos and violence. And of course, remember, I think you can remember the video I did of the ex-IEBC CEO, John Swago. He came out saying that a presidential candidate who is defending his seat is likely to do all scenarios. Number one, creating violence. Number two, ballot stuffing. Ballot stuffing is a way of, for example, you find that ballot papers are more than voters. Or, yes, then later you will find the total votes casted iko chini kwa ile votes result imekuwa declared. In other words, votes declared is less than or is more than those who voted. Are you getting that? That is ballot stuffing and other scenarios. That is number one, presidential candidate who is likely to do all those scenarios. Number two, we are likely to have Kalonzo Musyoka as a presidential candidate, deputized by either Matiang'i, Eugene Wamalwa, or anyone. William Ruto will feel humiliated and he will not be ready to hand over if Kalonzo Musyoka have been declared a winner. He will say, these individuals wameiba kura. Najaribu kualeta ile topic yenye Moses Kuria anajaribu kuleta. I don't know how genuine he is, but I'm trying to explain something that is likely to happen come 2027. Now, if Kalonzo Musyoka atakuwa presidential candidate na akuwe na running mate wake Matiang'i or anyone, waseme kwamba umelose, Kenyans will also not accept. They will say William Ruto ameiba kura. Hawatakubali. Issue itakuwa na Wakenya watakuja kusema mtuambie William Ruto ametoa kura wapi. Those are the scenarios. But now the two others that Moses Kuria is adding to these two individuals, I don't know who are they. Maybe if Matiang'i is going to be the presidential candidate again, this scenarios also is likely to happen. But it is going to be a stiff competition come 2027. I know some individuals are seeing it like easy, but remember, we are living in Kenya. We are not living in Europe. Kenyans ni wale wale. Wakenya ni wale wale. Na kuwabadilisha akili or their minds si rahisi. And that is why I told you in a certain video, hii inataka kazi ya mapema. Kuwapea civic education, macho kufunguka na masikio kusikia. Those are the scenarios. But the question is, who are these candidates? Who are these two candidates whose victory will lead to peace after elections? Again, I might be wrong on the side of Kalonzo. Kalonzo, his reign might be so peaceful. Because okay, William Ruto will say afadhali sawa, wacha Kalonzo ameshinda. But just imagine now that Matiang'i ameshinda. Just imagine Matiang'i ameshinda. The later issue. To me, these two candidates, I just want to give their names. If Okiya Mutata ameamua kusimama na mkapiga kura na mkamchagua kama president, itakuwa peaceful. Mkiamua kuchagua Maraga itakuwa peaceful. Maybe those are two candidates. But Kenyans, let us look at this scenario in this way. At the moment, you've seen Raila and William Ruto washashikana. William Ruto is the same man we fought hard not to be elected. That person whom tulikuwa tunapigania kuwa president ameungana na yeye. Najua kuna wengine wanakuja na scenario ya kusema kwamba ati kuna uwezekano hawa watu wa share the votes they got in 2022 general election. At William Ruto alipata 7.9, not 7.1. Ruto alipata 7.1, Raila akapata 6.9. A difference of 200,000. Nimeona watu wanakuja na hiyo akili kuunganisha. Ati kusema Ruto alipata 7.1, Raila 6.9. Ukiunganisha Ruto atashinda na 15 million votes. Hiyo mnadanganywa. Not the votes William Ruto got 2022 is intact. Not the votes Raila got is intact. And I believe it's not going to be intact. Both of them, they are likely to lose. Because that ticket will show like impunities uniting themselves to show they can rule, they can do what they want, they can plan. Wanaweza tupanga vile wanataka. But if Kenyans will decide, no, this time around, we want to give someone else, then Kalonzo anaweza bahatika kuwa president. Tena rais. Or anyone anaweza bahatika kuwa president. Tena rais. Or tuende runoff. 2027. Na hiyo runoff sasa ndio inaweza umiza akina William Ruto vibaya sana. Kwa sababu sasa wale candidates wengine wataungana na hii namba 2, na hii namba 2 maybe wanaweza kuwa kina Kalonzo. Na kiumane kabisa na Ruto atume nyumbani permanently, you know. But now the question is, what are the strategies of the opposition? They must mark William Ruto. Ni kama boli. Usipomark mtu amepenya ni bao. That is how the politics is. But if they're going to relax and see William Ruto, simple as that, I can tell you, that guy is a shrewd politician. Shrewd politician, an evil one. He can do what he can do. He's having narratives, punitive narratives, heinous narratives, that some Kenyans will come out and say, okay, we have accepted. We are going to vote for you again. And that is why we are telling you, be keen. So I think the message of Moses Kuria was so vital, and I decided, let us see how things are likely to be come 2027. Because Moses Kuria is acknowledging 2027, it might not be a walk in the park, or it might not be peaceful at all, or it might not be even violence. But this will depend how Kenyans you're going to carry yourself. You carry yourself carelessly, you receive a careless result. You carry yourself with dignity, you receive a dignified result. And that is whatever is likely to happen come 2027. What do you think, Kenyans? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Till we meet in another video. Bye-bye.